The prestigious residential area of Germasogeia in Limassol is often called the Switzerland of Cyprus due to its abundance of greenery, proximity to the water reserve, well-developed infrastructure, and excellent transport accessibility. Today, I would like to introduce you to this area and show you the new development Nikolas Residence by Realtika Property Group.
This is a 23-apartment boutique-style development in Germasogeia off the highway. It is designed for individuals seeking a quiet neighborhood close to the city. It is a standalone building featuring all amenities within the residence, including a swimming pool, barbecue area, and even a playground.
23 apartments and how many parking spaces?
We have designated one parking space for each apartment, along with an additional space for guest parking. We are also working on developing more infrastructure adjacent to the residence. We have acquired a plot of land that is not designated for residential development to prevent others from occupying it and constructing something different. Our plans for this residence include additional parking spaces and green areas to enhance the community's outdoor experience. We are currently developing a gym and are focused on ensuring that families with children and young couples without children feel as comfortable as possible and can foster a sense of community within the residence.
We primarily build homes for families, focusing on creating comfortable, cozy, and safe living environments. Having lived here for 25 years, I have a good understanding of what makes a location suitable for my family. As a parent of small children who attend school and kindergarten, it's essential to live in a quiet, peaceful area, similar to a village but close to urban infrastructure. Therefore, we seek out tranquil locations with easy access to major roads, allowing quick travel to schools, kindergartens, and workplaces. Such developments are rare in the city center, which typically comprises small plots with buildings of 3 to 4 stories and around 6 to 8 apartments. The plot we are currently developing, along with the adjacent one, is ideally located just a minute or two from the highway exit. This provides convenient access to various locations within Limassol and quick connections to the highways leading to Nicosia, Larnaca, or Paphos.
Who is buying apartments in your development?
Currently, 50% of the buyers are Cypriots. Further clients are expats who live here in Cyprus and realize the advantage of this location. Germasogeia is one of the most rapidly developing neighborhoods and will undergo significant transformation in the next few years.
The first thing I paid attention to when I learned about the development under construction was the location. It is a quiet place, ideal for living with a family. Just 5 minutes and you are already on the beach. And if you want entertainment, the tourist areas are just around the corner.
Do you live all your life here in this area?
Yes, I have lived here since my childhood, and I really like this area. It is very comfortable, and it is very close to the sea. It is a perfect combination. There have been many positive changes in recent years. Large residential developments have been built, and a new road has been built that connects the motorway to the sea. Construction of a linear park has also begun, allowing you to walk or cycle directly to the sea.
Germasogeia is one of the most sought-after areas at the moment. I frequently work with clients searching for property, and a common request among them is for access to green areas. In Limassol, there are very few places to enjoy nature, not just in Dasuti, but in other areas as well. People want safe spaces for walking, cycling, and for their children to play. Fortunately, a wonderful linear park is currently being constructed in this neighborhood. Just imagine, once you cross the road, you'll find this linear park perfect for cycling, skateboarding, and taking leisurely walks with your family.
Now this park is being built from Miramar, from the sea to the dam. There are bicycle lanes, pedestrian paths, benches, and green areas, shops, cafes, restaurants, Tennis courts, mini football fields, and basketball courts are being built throughout this area. Not far from the Nikolas Residence, there will be a botanical garden.
The municipality of Germasogeia said in its press release that it will be ready in 2 years. So we expect both our residence and the linear park to be completed.
The property is situated in a picturesque valley, recently accessed by a new road leading to the Germasogeia Dam. The stunning Troodos Mountains surround the area, and its proximity to the center of Limassol, just 1 or 2 minutes away, makes it particularly special. This location offers a holiday experience immersed in nature, showcasing breathtaking beauty and lush greenery. The valley primarily consists of agricultural land, where various orchards thrive, including those for olives, mandarins, oranges, and pomegranates. The property is nestled within this beautiful landscape.
The facilities here, the infrastructure in this area, it's good?
Everything you need for living here is available. Hospitals, pharmacies, supermarkets, shops, parks, and cafes are all nearby. Most importantly, there are schools.
There is a wide selection of private schools in the area, all of which offer strong educational programs in English. Foley's School is located nearby. Residents can choose from a variety of schools, including Island and Pascal. In Limassol, everything is conveniently close together.
What are the types of apartments and what are the prices?
The apartments vary in size, ranging from 1-bedroom to 3-bedroom units. It is worth noting that the 3-bedroom units are penthouses, which offer exclusive access to a private roof terrace available only to these 2 units on the 4th floor. The majority of the residences are 2-bedroom apartments, accounting for approximately 80% of the total. The pricing for the apartments is as follows. 1-bedroom units start at €280,000, while 2-bedroom units are estimated to range from €450,000 to €480,000. The price for a 3-bedroom penthouse is approximately €1 million.
So here we have the ground floor of the property. We organized all the covered parking spaces plus 1 storage for each apartment. We have common areas with a swimming pool, barbecue zone and playground. In the first floor, we have 6 apartments, 2 of 1 bedroom and 4 of 2 bedrooms. The 2 of 2 bedroom apartments are oriented to the side of the swimming pool and the sea view as well. And the other 2, they have a side view to the swimming pool and to the mountain. All of the apartments, they have a big covered and uncovered verandas. We try to include in the covered veranda some green zones. First and second and third is typical floors, and we have some extra variation on the 4th floor of the building. There we have apartments of 3 bedrooms. We connect the 2 penthouses, which is faced to the swimming pool, with the roof garden, with an individual swimming pool for each apartment.
Wow.
Extra, we have a barbecue zone, a sitting areas, a green areas, showers.
In your opinion, which apartments and views in this development are the most attractive?
I really enjoy apartments that offer views from 3 sides. For instance, having a view of the mountainside is ideal. Even from the ground floor, you can already see the mountains. From the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th floors, the view is even more stunning, showcasing a beautiful green landscape with the mountains in the background. Imagine going out onto the balcony to enjoy a cup of coffee while taking in that incredible view. I would absolutely love that. The sight of the city, especially in the evening, is also appealing. You can see countless lights while enjoying a sense of spaciousness, where the nearest neighbor is not immediately visible, allowing you to truly appreciate the open space around you.
What kind of people you would like to be your neighbors there in Nikolas?
I would love to see families living there. It is an ideal neighborhood for raising children. However, I believe this residence will be comfortable not only for families, but also for individuals living alone.
Do you or your partner's employees plan to live in the Nikolas Residence?
Yes, I am planning to buy a top-floor apartment, not a penthouse, but a corner front unit. I really like the view. It's fantastic.
Do you plan to live in the Nikolas Residence?
I'd really like to.
Can you imagine yourself living in this residence?
I could imagine, yes.
We started construction in November 2024, and now it's May 2025. We have an excellent general contractor, Admirial, which has an experienced international team of professionals well-versed in construction in Cyprus. They use high-quality technology and offer impressive finishes. Since we are building in the premium segment, we selected a contractor that excels in engineering and finishing touches. The most challenging tasks are always related to the finishing work. Our team is actively working. We plan to deliver the apartments in November 2026. However, given the current pace of construction, we anticipate being able to deliver them even earlier, around September or October 2026.
I believe the construction is progressing well. Only a few months in, and the first floor is already underway. I live nearby and am closely following the progress. I think that the residence can be completed even earlier than planned.
When you buy an apartment in Nikolas, can you also ask the bank to finance it?
Yes. If you have a permanent job and a stable income, you can seek financing from a bank or contact Realtika Property Group. They have partners who can help you with a mortgage.
Do you think in 2-3 years the prices will go up?
Due to the rapid growth and development in the area, property prices are expected to rise. Germasogeia is undergoing significant changes. New developments will transform the landscape, which is why I recommend that people consider buying property here, now.
How long has Realtika Property Group been around?
I worked in construction for 25 years before starting my own business 2 years ago. Most of my experience was in Limassol in Cyprus, but during times of crisis, I also took on projects in the CIS countries and Ukraine. In 2023, I decided to establish a development company due to the construction boom. I had extensive experience in construction, marketing, and sales, so I invited some friends to join me as partners. One of them became a co-founder of the company, and together we began moving forward. We purchased land and signed several contracts for various plots of land. We developed architectural plans and obtained the necessary permits. Everything progressed quickly, and we received construction permits for 2 developments on schedule. We are still awaiting the permit for the 3rd project.
How has Cyprus changed in the 25 years you have been living and working here?
It has changed significantly, even in the last 5 years, and dramatically over the past 25 years. I remember when I first arrived here in 2000. To me, it felt like a VIP village, with beautiful villas lining the highway. There were no skyscrapers at that time. In what is now the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd line, there were mostly older constructions. Many of these homes had issues with fungus, mold, and salt. Almost every second house, and at least the ground floors of many, faced these problems. Bloated skirting boards, salt damage, mold, and weeping walls. There are still apartment blocks in that condition. I briefly lived in one of those flats. I even considered buying it for flipping, but during the winter, the walls would weep moisture. I remember my wife frequently using a sponge with vinegar and water to clean it off, because it was quite unpleasant. We have introduced German technologies for soundproofing and waterproofing that were previously unavailable in Cyprus. We have renovated numerous houses, covering hundreds of thousands of square meters, utilizing the most advanced technologies available at the time. However, these technologies have now evolved, and the methods we used before are no longer effective. It's essential to use materials suitable for the local climate, taking into account factors such as temperature and humidity. Special additives must be incorporated at every stage of construction, starting with the concrete pouring and continuing through to puttying, plastering, and painting. This is particularly important for waterproofing. The first priority, however, is thermal insulation. In Cyprus, during winter, it can be damp indoors, regardless of common perceptions. When you enter an older property, it often feels colder than the outdoors. Additionally, real estate in Cyprus is quite expensive. Therefore, construction and development companies must thoughtfully plan and calculate these factors in advance. Our goal is to provide our clients with comfortable, cozy, and safe homes. Safety is not just about security. It also involves using materials that are safe to breathe, since people live in these apartments. At the initial stage, it is crucial to use the right materials. We don't cut corners on this, which is why we achieve very high-quality thermal insulation, soundproofing, and waterproofing. Cutting corners now can lead to significantly higher costs later on for repairs or changes.
There is one important rule in construction. The more you save during the building process, the higher the operating costs will be. This means that the buildings in good condition today are the result of significant efforts and expenses incurred by the people living in them. Realtika Property Group takes a different approach. When they build a house, they aim to create a home where ordinary people can live. People who may not have any construction knowledge, who are unfamiliar with the best chemical solutions for removing mold from walls, or who don't know how to operate an air conditioner effectively for maximum comfort. Their goal is to build houses that allow people to live comfortably without the constant burden of trying to improve their living conditions or resolve ongoing issues. One example of how this can be achieved is through the use of the right insulation materials. For the past 8 years, we have been using a material called multipore in Cyprus. This is an autoclaved, ultra-low-density aerated concrete made entirely from natural materials, cement, sand, and lime. Multipore has excellent properties suited explicitly for the Cypriot climate. Firstly, it is completely fire-resistant, as it contains nothing that can burn. This sets it apart from more common materials, such as polystyrene. I intentionally took the gas burner today. It's a real fire, and this side is about 700 degrees Celsius.
However, it doesn't burn and remains completely cold on this side.
This side is completely cold.
Imagine you have a brick wall that is plastered on both sides. In the humid climate of Cyprus, this wall gradually absorbs water from the ground, the air, and the interior of the building. At some point, the wall accumulates a critical amount of water, which needs to be released. Without any insulation, most of this water will evaporate outside, likely 2/3 or more, because it's hotter there and there's wind, which facilitates evaporation. Now, consider what happens if we apply polystyrene insulation to the street side of the wall. Water cannot pass through the polystyrene, neither in liquid form nor as vapor. As a result, the only direction for the moisture to go is inward. This is when plaster begins to peel, paint lifts off the walls, and furniture starts to swell due to damp conditions. The indoor air remains persistently humid, forcing residents to rely on air conditioning. If the air conditioner is turned off, the humidity levels can rise again in just 10 to 15 minutes. In contrast, when we use multipore insulation on the exterior, it functions like a sponge, absorbing moisture and allowing it to evaporate outside. In this case, water is more easily absorbed by the multipore material in liquid form, and then evaporates outdoors rather than evaporating indoors, which aligns with fundamental physics. For the residents of developments by Realtika Property Group, the key advantage over surrounding houses will be consistently low heating and cooling bills. They will only need small air conditioners that can slightly lower temperatures during peak summer and provide a bit of warmth in the coldest winter months. These small units will meet all their basic climate control needs. Other features, such as warm floors and additional heating or cooling systems, are simply enhancements for added comfort. From a technical standpoint, even these small air conditioners will suffice. The reduced energy bills will remain consistent throughout the entire life of the building, anticipated to last for a decade or more.
If we consider the entire Cyprus today, what percentage of buildings use modern insulation materials?
As of today, probably no more than 5%.
Does that take into account public offices and schools?
Yes,
So there is a 95% probability that we will live in a building, to say the least, not of the best quality.
the situation is improving, and we are seeing positive changes over the years. People are increasingly paying attention to their living conditions. For instance, when Realtika Property Group begins a new construction project, people have the opportunity to choose the type of home they want to live in. Naturally, it is preferable to live in a well-protected home, one that is safeguarded against fire, mold, and high electricity bills. It's fantastic that individuals have this choice, as they can opt for a higher quality development and apartment. Given the similar prices of these buildings, the additional expense is not substantial.
Will your development use alternative energy sources, geothermal energy and solar panels?
Yes, of course. As I mentioned, we are taking energy efficiency very seriously. We are installing a rooftop solar panel system that will provide electricity to the entire utility area, including the lights, pools, and pumps. This system will also generate enough energy for underfloor heating for the upper floors and the penthouse. It's well known that Cyprus experiences strong dust storms twice a year, making it impossible to open windows for ventilation. This poses challenges for people who are allergic to dust or have asthma. To combat this, we have incorporated a special system in the apartments that includes oxygen sensors. These sensors monitor oxygen levels, ensuring that your apartment remains fresh and well ventilated, which helps prevent headaches and promotes better sleep without the need to open windows. This system also helps reduce mold, excess moisture, and fungus, which are common issues in many buildings here. Additionally, we utilize VRV systems, which significantly lower energy costs. As you know, energy is quite expensive in Cyprus, so it's essential to prioritize energy efficiency.
There are now many discussions that Limassol will be expanding in the direction of Zakaki. There are plenty of luxury developments around the 5-star Park Lane and Amara hotels in Pyrgos on the opposite side, and Germasogeia in the middle. So, out of these neighborhoods, which would you choose? Where do you see more potential?
Everyone is moving in their own direction. For instance, if I'm building apart hotels, it's likely in the Old Town. When considering accommodation and daily rentals, I focus on Germasogeia, Mesa Aetonia, and Argios Athanasius, usually on the second or third line. However, you've lived here long enough to know that the high volume of cars and traffic jams discourage the desire to live in those areas. What I really like are Argios Tychonos and Germasogeia. They offer good transportation connections and are very close to essential infrastructure. In just 4 to 5 minutes, you can reach any shop, and it only takes 8 to 10 minutes to get to a school. This accessibility is a real advantage. That's why I want to buy an apartment in this residence now.
I live in Germasogeia myself.
Oh, that's great. So you know, Germasogeia is a quiet and pleasant area. Over the past 10 to 15 years, it has developed very quickly, with properties being bought and sold at a rapid pace. There's a beautiful city beach here, and even more than one. The area features a eucalyptus park, numerous cafes, restaurants, and all the necessary infrastructure, all of which is conveniently close by. Most importantly, there's easy access to major highways, allowing quick travel in any direction you need. People who have lived in Cyprus for a long time often prefer to live over the highway because it offers a quieter lifestyle that feels more established and safer. Interestingly, this doesn't necessarily mean it's more expensive. Germasogeia, where a residence is located, is just 2 minutes away from the center of all the city's activities. At the same time, you can enjoy nature, with birds singing and beautiful views of the mountains, the sea, and the city. Most importantly, if something unexpected happens in your life, you can always sell the apartment without losing money. This is capital that works for you. With Nikolas, you can be confident that no one will lose, as we offer quality construction at a fair price. Contact Realtika Property Group today. We pride ourselves on building reliably, qualitatively, comfortably, and most importantly, safely. We invite you to visit our office, where we will take you to our construction site and showcase our completed projects. This will give you an idea of the high-quality apartments you can expect from us. Currently, our prices are very competitive. However, please note that by November 25th, we will complete the structure and walls, resulting in a 10% price increase. Don't hesitate to reach out to us. We are here to answer all your financial and legal questions, and we have excellent lawyers and accountants ready to assist you. Our consultations are free of charge. We look forward to seeing you soon.
I provide contact information for the company Realtika Property Group in the video description. And like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. See you in Cyprus!